Yes, guys, welcome back to another gold weekly outset for the 23rd of September 2024. It's Sunday evening, and we are going to get straight into it. Last week's weekly outset played out to a T. I mentioned that on last week's weekly candle. Now, if we do respect the previous low of the previous candle in this bullish run, then proceed to break previous highs, and I'm going to expect to break all-time new highs. When gold is so bullish like this, and we're creating lovely market structure, and we said it last week. Obviously, we broke out of this current range we had here, and I mentioned we're making really nice market structure, creating right even from down here. We're creating really nice high highs, high lows, high highs, bit of consolidation here. Still high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. We had the breakout on this candle here from the 12th of August. And then we had the pullback, and then we have had another push to the upside, creating all-time new highs. So last week of the monthly candle, again, it's the last week of the monthly candle. Yes, I will expect again the same as the previous week. If we can respect the previous low of this candle, of the previous candle, I'll show exactly what I mean. Then and break the previous wick again, I would expect us to carry on going bullish for most of the week at the very least. We're definitely going to get a pump at some point. To carry on breaking all-time new highs. When gold is on this bull run, it will just carry on with that bull run. It goes. So I'll expect something like a wick down. If we can respect that previous low and then break the previous high, then I will expect gold to carry on going bullish. So as long as we get that wick down, respecting this previous low, like this candle, this previous low, we can respect the previous low of the candle, then proceed to break previous highs. We'll expect price to continue going bullish. Now, that's one scenario. Of course, it can happen in so many different ways, but the overall week, I will expect that. And I will expect us to leave like at least something like this top wick, because it'll be the last week of the monthly candle. So if we're creating nice market structure, nice candle structure, then leaving a top wick is what's going to have to happen. So perhaps if we do create this bullish weekly candle again, towards the back end of the week, Thursday, Friday, I will expect us to have a bearish day to create this top wick, leaving that top wick on the monthly candle. So another scenario that can easily happen. Now, another thing, you always have to think what ifs when trading. What if this scenario happens? What if this scenario happens? So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two, if we were to have a bearish week, I would expect price to do something like this. I'll go with the white for the bearish candle. So price to open up. Because we've used look at, hang on. If you look at this wick here, right? It's very small. It's a stubble. It's essentially near a no top wick. It's a very small top wick. So that is potential in trading. I like to say it leaves a 50-50 probability of the next candle going bullish or bearish, because that's the probability game of the no top wicks or the small top wicks. So in this case, it is a very small top wick. So in this case, this is another scenario that we may have we may wick down a little bit, may struggle price a little bit, but then in the end, I would expect price to go a little bit bullish, not really much of a bottom wick, enticing sellers, enticing them swing traders into the market for gold, creating a top wick, and then that's when we reverse and potentially taking out them previous lows. But I will expect price to break up above first, create the upper wick. Again, like I said, enticing the sellers, and then we could finish something like this at the end of that weekly bull run, which again would be leaving that kind of monthly candle upper wick. So that's two scenarios that I'd like to say and like to see. If we have a massive volume week, scenario number three, which is probably one of my lovely entries that I love. We've had the breakout of this area again. I like to call this the MC play, something that I have in my course, something I teach my students. If we have another bullish week and we have lots of volume, I'll be looking at something like this. So price to break the highs a little bit, enticing buyers into the market. Then we come all the way down, enticing sellers into market, breaking that previous low where we're at now. And then if we come all the way back up and re-break the highs, oh, I'm telling you, it's a lovely, lovely entry. So as an overall week. So it will look something like this. So you see here where we've actually broken that previous wick to the downside, enticing sellers into the market. So we've enticed buyers into the market, wicking up initially. We then broke all the lows where people have got their stops below the previous bullish candle, took them out. We've then enticed sellers into the market to drive down. They've entered, and then we flip bullish again, re-breaking its own high, and then just to go break on a whole new all-time highs again. So there's three scenarios for you there of the overall week. What we do now, I like to do is go down to the daily, the 4 hour, the half an hour and 50 minutes, see where there's entries for tomorrow, and then potentially where price could hit for key areas throughout the week. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on to it. So look at daily. Again, we had this area of support formed. So if we do get a closure on the daily below 2588362, I would expect us to kind of clean out some of this got clean traffic to the left hand side. So a closure below our most recent support, then it'll give an indication the market's going to go bearish and retest these lows with this clean candle down here. Now, we don't have a previous resistance. We don't have previous resistance data because gold is at all-time new highs. So I would wait just based off the daily. This is what I would do. I would wait for a bearish counter to form. That's gonna have to be white. I'd wait for a bearish counter to form to create a new resistance. Now you can anticipate this being the new resistance, and then you've got this area as your new range. You've got your support formed, you've got your resistance formed. You don't have clean candles to the left for the upside because, again, no data, just using these whole numbers 2640, 2650, 2660, etc. We've mentioned loads of times at all-time new highs as benchmarks. So wait for a candle to close above. That gives an indication that the market is going to go bullish. However, then wait for a candle to close below, gives an indication that the market is going to go bearish. So if you had a candle close below on the daily like that, then it gives an indication that we're going to go bearish. Wait for the break of the previous wick on the daily. Then it's a lovely opportunity to take sells at the break of the previous wick. If that's how you like to enter your trades, like I do, wait for that break of that previous wick. You've got these clean candles to the left-hand side. So yeah, two scenarios of the daily there for you guys. Taking it down to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, so again, this support on the daily does work. But I would also be looking at these areas here. This area here as a support, because if we get a closure below that area, we've got this lovely clean candle for a really healthy amount of pips. Get a closure below 2586690. We have got 100 pips down to the body of the candles, clean body. Then we've got the wick fills well, 160, 170 pips, and then we've got this clean range after here again. Again, later on in the week, if we get that close below, taking the trade, you've got to sell. Great. Then you're looking for a new support, a new area of resistance. You've got this support, 2576, 281. Then you've got these clean candles coming down to the left. I'd put TP1 would be at the wick fill. TP2 would be at the no bottom wick over here, and then TP3 down here at 2558362, that daily area that we're just looking at. Similarly for the upside, the resistance formed here you're looking for buys, I'll wait for a close. I really, really, just off this formation, this structure, I really like if we just get a little small bottom wick and then drive at the break of that previous wick. I like them buys as an impulse buy off the 4 hour. Nevertheless, wait for the resistance. This resistance has formed. It's very minor resistance, but you might form a stronger one throughout Asia tomorrow. Then wait for the closure above 265, 134. If you get closure above that area, that's going to give the indication that the market is going to go bullish. So wait for that closure above, then that's going to give the indication that market is going to go bullish. Taking it down to the hourly slash, we used a half an hour in this instance. So again, really like this structure. I do like to take it down to 15 minutes as well. So just seeing what lines up. Yeah, they line up perfectly. So early on in the week, perhaps tomorrow, if we carry on ranging within this area here, between 265,134 and 2618942. We carry on ranging. This is the new range that we formed. I don't want to trade in this area. It's choppy. When you're trading in a range, it's called consolidation. Now, if you're trading consolidation, you don't know whether the price is going to go bullish, bearish. You just don't know. So you have to wait for a closure outside of this range. Now, if we get a closure below 2618942, then we've got clean candles right here. These are clean candles. This is a clean candle. If you get a closure below this area here, got this clean candle. So I would expect price to at least retest 2611972. I mean, that's a nice 70, 80 pip range. So lovely trade there if we get a closure below. And then TP2 target, or for later on in the week target, we've got 2604892, more clean candles. And then again, later in the week, more clean candles all the way down to 2592655. These clean candles, lovely. So we've got really, really nice price action, clean candles, clean traffic to fill out all the way down to 2592655. Sorry. So really nice. Then it becomes a bit choppy. If we do come all the way and have a bearish week, I wouldn't. The sales below, then I'd wait for a closure below. Kind of either this area. We've got a few bits of clean candles there. Just check out this pip range to see if it's valid. 20 pips, not bad. So a closure below there, you've got a 20 pip range, and then a closure below 2588607. You've then got more clean range down to 2585 flat, and then again after that, more clean range. Wait for a closure below there. You can take it down to 2580862. And then again, if we carry on going bearish later in the week, wait for closure below 2580862. Then you can have your TP targets 2573. We could get there by the end of the week if you have a bearish week. So yeah, that's cool. And then if we do again later on, so maybe your Thursday or Friday, if we do keep coming down, wait for a closure below 2573960, and then beautiful clean range down to 2562. Then even more clean range to 2552. So really nice points of interest for your bearish market next week. Wait for the closures. Make sure you've got these types of clean traffic to the left-hand side. Don't be trading. Look, if you get a closure below and you're coming into choppiness, leave it. It's too risky. Now, what about the flip side? What if we close above, Ryan? If we close above 2565134, what do you do? Because where's the clean candles? You look left, there's nothing. Because we're at all-time new highs on gold, I keep saying it every week because we keep going bullish. So if you do get this closure above, so say at tomorrow, Tuesday, if you do get closure above, it adds an element of risk because you don't have that data beforehand, and it can be quite volatile and the volume can kick in, but you can get really nice moves at all-time new highs because there's always big constant spikes. But what do you do for areas of TPs? So if you get that closure above, it's a clean closure. You respect the previous low of the previous candle and you break the previous high. It's a nice buy entry. So say you've got that closure above at this level here. Where do you have your TP? Now, if you look roughly, we're at about 2628. So your first point of interest is going to be a whole number. So if I just grab out my line here. So initially I'll be looking for price to hit 263017, just flat, sorry, 252630 flat. Because it's a whole number. When you're all-time new highs, use whole numbers. They're points of interest. Why? Because big banks, people, big whales in the market, whatever you want to call them, the market movers, they will be having people that want to short, people that want to sell at key areas or key levels. And these key levels for them are whole numbers. It's a price of gold that they want to short at. They want to get discounted price to the upside, then short at and get really nice sells in. So that's the first key area that I'll be looking at. Then I'll go up in $5 increments. Then I'll be looking at 2635 flat. Then after that, I'll be looking at 2640. Then after that, 2645, and so on. Every time price goes up in $5 increments. So that's the weekly outset for gold. I'm looking forward to next week because we've got really nice clean candles. Let me just grab and go on to Forex Factory. I want to see what the news is for next week, what it's looking like. I just run that through with you. Monday, we've got 2:45, we've got flash services PMI. This is UK time. Tuesday, we've got CB consumer confidence at 3 p.m. Wednesday, no red folder, no high impact news. It's good to see. Thursday, we've got Mr. Powell is speaking at 2:30, no, 2:20 p.m. UK time. So yeah, don't be trading around there. I always leave it half an hour before news. I won't trade. Then obviously news I won't trade, and half an hour after. Then I'll start trading again. Wait for the news to settle. We're not gamblers, we're traders. And then Friday, no red folder news. Oh, I lie. We've got core PCE price index at 1:30 p.m. So hope you all have a good week. Good luck in your trading. Hit me up a follow on Instagram, Ryan Cruz FX, TikTok, and all that malarkey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications for these weekly outsets and loads of more content and help with your trading. So yeah, have a good evening, guys. Have a good trading week. Peace.